Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Bullony Basketball. I believe we're at episode 10 now of this season. Had to bring my guy Zander here. We did the Christmas special last year. Bringing him back for the Christmas special this year. How you doing, Zan, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I just drove home in a blizzard and it was awesome. So I'm ready to go. I'm feeling hyped. I'm glad to be back as always on the channel and especially Bullony Basketball. It's always a good time.
Yeah, winter is among us, if it wasn't apparent enough. Um, but yeah, so today we're kind of going to theme a few of the topics around Christmas, but there are a few things to talk about first and foremost. I think we're going to talk about a couple injuries, both happening to California teams that are both kind of underperforming so far this year. So obviously Stephen Curry injured his shoulder recently against the Indiana Pacers over the past week. He's supposed to miss at least 2 weeks, so probably another week and a half from this point.
Yeah.
And then also Anthony Davis kind of in midair kind of like twisted his ankle in a weird way. He's supposed to miss a
Yeah.
month.
It's like a 2K injury.
I don't
Like
even
when you
know
go
how
for a
it
layup in
happened.
2K and you miss and then you're injured.
I don't know how it happened, but I mean, both these teams are playing bad. I mean, the Lakers, I think people kind of expected them to play bad. The Warriors, they've just been bad as a whole. Like, so what do you make of both these injuries? Do you think one is more important over the other? What do you think?
Well, I think that the Warriors are going to miss Steph Curry for as long as he's gone. So it's definitely not going to help the Warriors in any way. It's not like, if I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking of the example if for some reason like a team that had Russell Westbrook on them, if he got injured, maybe that would allow some other players to get more playing time and better chemistry. Just because Russell Westbrook could sometimes be a wild card when it comes to team chemistry, or at least that's my opinion. But yeah, the Warriors aren't going to do better without Steph Curry. I don't think. I'd be surprised if they did. And the Lakers aren't going to do good without Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis's stat line this season has been really good, if I do say, especially for past couple of years being injured. For being injured so many times, he's still putting up major stats. So
hmm
yeah, it sucks that he's injured again, but yeah, I feel like he could come back and put up those same numbers.
And the other thing about AD, he's so far this season, even though it's been like a rough one again for the Lakers, like he's playing like an all defensive level player, like probably one of the top
Mm-hmm.
five defensive players in the league. So losing him, their defense, I don't remember where it was ranked just before he got hurt, but I know it's somewhere up there as like one of the best in the league. And now that's probably going to take a hit. I mean, the other night they played the Kings, and I think they allowed like 134 or 135 points, which that's rough. Um,
Right.
and then also like you got to consider for Steph Curry, like he just brings so much value, I think, to the team. Just his overall
Right.
presence, it makes
Yeah.
it like I don't know if you saw there was a clip the other day where like Draymond he caught the ball for like a layup almost. He was kind of contested, but not really. But then instead he passed it out to the corner
Oh yeah,
and
no one was there.
yeah, nobody was even there. I think he just thought like Curry was there or something like that because it's like a practice of those habits. But
Right.
now it's like you got to adjust, and I think they're gonna miss him over the stretch. Now, granted, like his isn't as long as AD, but they've also been really bad on the road this year. Like I think they're
Yeah.
still the worst road team in the league right now. And like when you think about the championship years, like you know, before Durant, after Durant, even last year, they were one of the best road teams almost every single year. Like this year, they're
Right.
they're not. They've been
Mm.
awful. Like
Right.
it's just bad. And honestly, I don't know what to expect from these teams. I mean, I believe more probably in the Warriors, especially because Curry will come back like pretty quickly. The Lakers, I really don't know. But I don't know. You got any other thoughts on these injuries or?
Yeah, I mean the Warriors, I feel like even though they're not doing too good on the road, they're still a great team. And I
Mhm.
feel like the fact that they're not dominating the way they used to be is just because the league is adapting to their playing style, and it's not like 2016. They're not dominating, or 2015. The year where they broke the record but didn't win the championship.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean they were dominating, and now they're not, but they're still a great team, and the Splash Brothers will still put you away anytime. So I mean when Steph Curry's back, I mean he's just going to be back doing Steph Curry things. So I'm not really too worried about the Warriors. So Lakers, I mean I don't know. We'll see we'll just see what happens. I really don't watch the Lakers too much, so yeah.
Well, you're saving yourself the torture. No, but I mean, I agree with you. I think people are adopting more to not only just stopping the Warriors, but also like their style. Like I think
Right.
Dame and Anthony Simons, like they're shooting like about as many threes this year as like Clay and
Trey
Steph.
Young.
Trey Young, that's another one. He's another player like that. Garland and Mitchell so far this year. Like there's just so many players, but if you also look at it, their defense has been better. So I don't know. I think the Warriors, they give us the benefit of the doubt because you hear guys like Draymond saying like, "Oh, we're gonna be up there because we just won the championship. Like, don't worry about us." But it's like eventually there's gonna come a time where people are gonna be like, "Well, when are they gonna figure it out?" You know what I mean?
Right.
Right
Yeah.
now it's
And they're
still
not going to
up
be
in
the
the air.
champions forever.
Yeah, I mean it's still up in the air right now. As we get closer, like January, February, I think the questions are gonna become more real if they're still like in this position. Um, but yeah, if you want, we can move on. We just talked about two California teams. We could shift to the other coast and talk about some New York teams, specifically the Knicks and the Nets. Fun fact: I know the Knicks just lost the other day, but fun fact that they both the Nets are on a 7-game win streak, and the Knicks had an 8-game winning streak. And this was the first time that both New York teams had a 6-game winning streak or more at the same time, like in any
Mm.
part in NBA history. I
Like
mean,
ever is the first time.
yeah, it was the first time ever. You look at the Nets obviously with Durant playing again like an MVP. Kyrie Irving, I think he's kind of shut down a lot of the criticism lately. You got Ben Simmons, who I think is becoming more comfortable. And then on the Knicks side, I mean, this is a team who had guys like Randall, like RJ Barrett, who were important for the team a couple years ago. Last year, it didn't really work that well. And then you bring in Jalen Brunson, and he's played
Mm.
really well too. I think him and Randall have really fed off each other pretty well. But what do you make of the New York teams, and do you think maybe either of these teams could be legit like through the rest of the
Well,
season?
they've been playing well, both of them. So I think if they could stay healthy, specifically Kyrie and Durant on the
Hmm.
Nets, I feel like they are just doing what they do, and they're getting better at working together. It's just kind of clicking for them now. So I feel like when the Durant went to Brooklyn with Kyrie, I feel like this is the Nets performance they were expecting from the get go. So now it's happening and it's building, and yeah, it's a good thing for the Nets for sure. It's probably not going to last forever, and they probably aren't going to win the championship. But we'll see what happens. And the Knicks, I mean, good for them. Do you think it's really going to matter for them down the line? Do you think they're going to be a conference contender? I don't think so, just because they're the Knicks. But that's I'm just kind of going based upon superstition here, but it's always been true. So can't go wrong there.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you the same way. I think for the Nets, I mean, obviously they're probably seen as the more legit team. You can never count out Kevin Durant, but like you said, that's kind of the big thing. Like it's just been like health. Like over the past almost every year in Brooklyn, like there's been some point in time where Durant's got injured, and then all of a sudden they start to slide more in the standings. Like if he can just be healthy, and you also got Kyrie Irving healthy, it seems like they're playing the way they did not last year, but the year before in the playoffs when they were almost like an inch away, like a Durant sneaker size away from maybe
Yeah,
winning the
3-point
championship.
line.
Yeah, I
I
mean
remember that.
that was so close. You know what I mean?
It
And
was.
I mean,
Just give it to the guy, right? I mean, for real.
just count
You
it.
see that shot?
Biggest
Crazy.
moment ever. But no, yeah, I think honestly, and you look at Ben Simmons, I think he's not being asked to do like what he was asked to do in Philadelphia, where it's like, okay, you need to be the playmaker and you need to be the primary defender on the perimeter and you need to learn how to shoot the ball. Like maybe like a sample size of that is what the Nets are asking of him, and because of that, I think it's kind of helping him. Like they're not asking him like be the number one pick you were projected to be. Like he's almost like being a role player, but at a really high level per se.
That
Um,
makes sense. Yeah.
and then as for the Knicks, like bringing in Jalen Brunson, I know a lot of people were like critical of the contract, and you could argue it still is a bit crazy considering they went all in for him, RJ, and Randall. But I mean, right now, him and Randall, like they've been pretty good at the 2-man game. They feed off each other pretty well. They seem like they have good chemistry. RJ Barrett, he's kind of struggled a little bit this year, but I mean, you got to give credit to Tom Thibodeau. I mean, he's playing a lot of young guys lately this season. He's had to make some hard decisions, like with the rotation as well, and like they're probably still going to be making some trades like later on in the season. Now, I don't trust him like the Nets, like you said. I don't really trust him like the Nets as like that top tier team, but I feel like now like this has almost made me feel confident that they're going to be a play-in team, or at least like in the middle of the play-in area. Like that's like a worst case scenario for them. But I don't know. Like they've both been playing well. Like I said, the Knicks did just lose the other day. But you got anything else about the New York teams right now?
I don't think so. I think we pretty much touched on all my thoughts, anyways. Unless you had
Mm.
more to talk about.
Not really. I mean, like all I will say is I think if the Nets shooters can like continue shooting the ball, like I mean Seth Curry, Joe Harris, they finally have gotten these guys back, and if they can keep shooting at a high level, like the Nets are going to be tough to beat. So
Right.
yeah,
Right. Yeah. They're
um,
going to be tough in the East, and like I said, I don't think they're going to win the championship, but
yeah.
I mean,
I know I'm
I feel
with.
like it could happen.
It could happen. People are. It's weird. Last year, I feel like they slept on the Celtics in the first round, but I feel like now people are going to be sleeping on them a little bit more, like
Mm,
just because of how last season went. But yeah. I mean, if you want, we could move on to the next topic, which is our Christmas Day predictions. So
okay.
I'll rattle through the games. You can kind of give me your prediction. Maybe if it's just like gut feeling or like any particular reason why, for who you think is going to win each game. So are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so first we got the 76ers playing in New York against the New York Knicks we just talked about. Who do you
Mm.
think will win that?
I think the Knicks are going to win it because Merry Christmas to the Knicks fans who never get anything good. They're on a hot streak, so I'm putting my faith in the Knicks on this one. I don't want a lot of Knicks basketball, like the games, but I hope they win.
Yeah, I could see it happening. See, I'm kind of torn because usually the Sixers play bad on Christmas, so this seems like a Knicks pick. But at the same time, Harden usually has a good, track record on Christmas. So I'm gonna go with the
True.
Sixers because I trust them more. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe Harden will have a bad day and he plays bad defense, and that just falls apart. So we'll see.
I mean, Harden, he's had a lot of moments like that this year. Let's not sugarcoat
No.
it. Yeah, so we can move on to the next one, which is Lakers and Mavericks. They're playing in Dallas. LeBron, Luca. What do you think?
Hmm. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with the Mavs on this one. And I just think Lakers losing momentum from the AD injury.
Hmm.
Mavs, Luca does Luca things and is really good. And LeBron is also really good. I don't know. I think I still gonna go with the Mavs on this one, just because that's the chance I'm taking. I could be wrong, but that's who I'd bet on.
Yeah, I also got the Mavs. They're kind of like the Warriors. They're really good at home, really bad on the road. So luckily they're playing at home in this game. LeBron obviously he has a pretty solid Christmas record. I think he's like 10-6 all time. So anything could happen, but I don't know. I feel like Luka's really going to show out. And I don't know. It really all depends on the shooters. I think they'll have more confidence. Like probably, Tim Hardaway Jr. goes off or like Reggie Bullock hits a few threes. But we'll see. So the next one, we got the Milwaukee Bucks playing in Boston against the Boston Celtics. Who do you think wins this?
What a matchup.
Hmm.
I think that is going to be a good game to watch, first of all,
Hmm.
and I think that the Bucks are going to win because of Giannis, and that's why the Bucks always win. Well, Middleton, but the Giannis is,
Yeah.
it's Giannis.
Giannis is Giannis.
So, yeah, I pick the Bucks.
I'm actually gonna go with the Celtics. I feel like this is more like a gut pick. I just feel like they're gonna win, but also like I don't know, they haven't really been playing well lately. I feel like this might be like a statement game. Like they did eliminate them last year in the playoffs, so for that reason I could see the Bucks being more motivated, honestly. But I don't know. I feel like on their home court, Celtics will try to win. But I agree with you. I think it might be the
It was
best
good.
game on Christmas. This will probably go down like to the finish. Like it'll probably be a one possession win for
Yeah,
either side.
I think so too.
Now this one might be interesting. Not as interesting because obviously Curry's injured, but the Memphis Grizzlies going in the Golden State to play the Warriors. Who do you think wins this?
I think the Warriors are gonna win. Well, Ja.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm still going with the Warriors. I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
gut feeling on this one for me.
hmm
Ja, has a chance of carrying the Grizzlies to a win, but I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the Grizzlies on this. For now, I could very well see like this is a Warriors home game. They're dominant at home. I think they're one of, if not the best team at home, despite being like
Right,
the worst team on the road.
right.
And it's gonna be in Golden State. But I just think like, you know, I know Ja and I think Jaren Jackson Jr. and I think Dylan Brooks and a few of the Grizzlies players like in the offseason, they were like, "Oh, we want to play the Warriors on Christmas." Like they were tweeting about it and everything. So I feel like they'll care more about this game, especially because Curry's injured.
For
Um,
sure.
Now, at the same time, like we'll see like what kind of Warriors we get. I feel like that they're more focused about trying to beat the Grizzlies in like May or June or whenever it's like mainly time or April whatever than they
Right.
are like on Christmas. So I could see the Grizzlies winning. I think I'm gonna pick them, but I could also see the Warriors winning this one.
Sure. I mean, they still got Poole and Draymond, and
Mm,
they're no slouch. And Klay Thompson's back.
yeah,
He's back. So yeah, he's playing. So yeah, they have a chance, I think. But the Grizzlies do their young players play well together. That's for sure.
yeah. And then the last one we got is the Suns Nuggets. This is in Denver. But who do you think's gonna win this?
Mm. I think Denver's gonna win. I think I'm calling Denver on this one just because Jokic and I feel like they play well as a team. They've kind of had the same kind of unit for a while, and they play well together, and they're just a solid team. The Suns are no slouch either. They're also really solid with Booker and all that. So yeah, I picked the Nuggets, but I think that one's anyone's game.
I don't know what the stats are on it like over the years, but I just feel like usually the last game of the um Christmas Day, like whoever's the home team wins. So I'm gonna go with the
Okay.
Nuggets too. Um, Even though I could see the Suns coming like extra motivated because all the people that like tried to discount when they beat the Nuggets a couple years ago in the playoffs, and they're like Jamal Murray wasn't healthy, so I could see it going either way. I mean, really, any of these games could, but I'm gonna roll with the Nuggets. I think too. I think Jokic goes off. He puts on a show, and I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Jamal Murray probably will too. Maybe KCP hits a couple threes, but I don't know. We'll see. Um,
Yeah.
Other than that, though, if you want, we can move on. We could talk about another Christmas topic, and that is our favorite NBA Christmas moment. Now, I asked you to pick at least one. I mean, if you have multiple, you can share, but at least one favorite Christmas moment from either a game, a highlight, or whatever. What's like the biggest, like the most vivid memory from NBA
Right.
Christmas that you have?
Right. So I have a couple from when I watched the NBA a lot more a couple years ago. So I really liked LeBron James on the Miami Heat with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. I feel like there's been I think Chris Bosh had a good dunk on Christmas one time. I could
Mhm.
be wrong on that one. I feel like he posterized somebody and he was like, but I could be wrong. I think maybe I don't know if that was Christmas, but I feel like that was him. And then LeBron obviously always getting alley oops from Dwayne Wade all the time. That was sick. Another just watching the Clippers. I remember Blake Griffin had a nasty dunk on Christmas one year back then too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Those are what stand out to me the most.
Yeah, yeah. I remember. I think I know the play too. You're talking about. You were telling me about it, like with the like the LeBron Wade alley, like against the Lakers. I think that
Yes,
was
against the Lakers, 2013, I think it
yeah.
was.
Mm,
They were, yeah, he did one off the glass to him, and I think he just did one up in the air, like he just lobbed it, and then
yeah.
LeBron tomahawks it like he does. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that was when they had like Kobe with a bunch of misfits on the Lakers at that point. But I mean, it was still solid. I guess for me, I have two. I guess like I have one that's kind of obvious because like I mention all the time like how I'm a big D Rose fan. But his game winner against the Lakers in 2011, when he hit that like floater over Pau Gasol, like they got a steal. I think Luol Deng got the steal. He fed it to Rose, and then he like kind of stopped for like a teardrop in the middle of the lane on Pau Gasol.
Okay.
And then the other one I'm gonna give kind of some mention to, like an honorable mention per se, just so I didn't only pick the D Rose one. Was do you remember Roger Mason? It was a while ago from like he in like 2008 with the Spurs. He hit a game winner against the Suns in the like corner for a corner three or something like that.
Okay, I think it sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
I don't really remember him, but it sounds familiar.
He was mainly a role player. I mean, he played on the Spurs, the Hornets. Trying to think. I think he played on the Wizards. I don't remember every team he played for, but
Okay.
yeah. So I think he was actually on the Heat as like he was on the LeBron Wade team, but he was like at the end of the bench, like his last year or something. So, but I
Okay.
think he ended his career like with that team. But overall, I mean, those are probably some of the best in recent history. I was trying to look through others. I looked through like the database thing like for basketball reference, and I think along with the Roger Mason one, there's a Patrick Ewing game winner on Christmas, but that was against the Bulls, so I'm like I can't put that. And
Okay.
then there's also a Willis Reed one, but I couldn't find footage of it, so I was like I can't really like view it. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
I guess like
I don't
honorable
really know too
mentions
many
though.
old highlights like
Yeah,
pre Jordan era. I mean, even
yeah.
that era, I don't even see like the Jordan stuff. So
There was I tried looking for the Willis Reed one. There was literally no footage. I couldn't even find it. So I guess props to them, but I
right.
can't really judge the Willis Reed one. Like I said, I can't praise something against the Bulls on Christmas. That's just not it's not right.
Sure.
um but yeah, other than that though, if you want, we can move on to the NBA 20 questions game. Uh
All right, let's get it.
all right, so I'll read the rules for anyone that's new watching. So my man Zanman here is gonna ask me a maximum of 20 questions, all yes or no questions, to try and like get more familiar with the subject that he's trying to guess. It could be a current player, a former player, a current team, former team, a coach, like anything NBA related you could think of. So if he gets it like with only using one hint related guess and like using a yes or no question, he gets 20 points. If he uses two, that's 19 points. Three, it's 18 points, and it goes from there. You can make a guess like if it was like a player, you can make a guess at a player. You're allowed one after every question you ask me, but that doesn't count against like your questions used, if that makes sense.
It
Um,
does.
Overall, there's three different questions, so there's a maximum of 60 points you can earn. Um, I think that's all the rule. Are you ready?
Okay, I am ready.
All right. So the first one, you can ask away.
Okay, is it a player?
Yes.
Is it a current player?
Yes. Two for two.
Are they in the Eastern Conference?
No.
Okay. Are they in the state of California? Do they play for a team that is in the state of California?
They do. Yes.
Okay. Is the team's primary colors blue and yellow with a bridge on it?
No, they do not play on the Warriors.
Okay. Well, I guess I could ask that, right? Just
Yeah.
ask that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean
Are
that
they
was super
on
specific. I'm like you could have just asked. It's okay.
Okay. Are they okay? Are they a starter on their team?
No,
God,
not this season.
uh, this season. Okay.
They haven't been this
Uh,
season, no.
let's see. Are they on the Clippers?
No.
Are they on? Wait, no, I'm not going to ask that question. Wait, yes, I am. Are they on the Kings?
No.
Okay,
So I feel like now you know what team they're on.
right. After I guess every other one. Okay. Wait, I forgot. Are they on the Lakers? If this could be a question.
Yeah, I'm not going to use that against you because,
Okay.
I mean, that was like the only one left.
Okay. Okay.
So you're still at 8 questions used, which is not bad. You have 12
Okay.
more maximum you can use.
Okay. Okay. Um, is it the roster? Is it Russell Westbrook?
It is Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
Wow.
All
Not
right.
bad.
I knew there was some drama with him not starting, or
Mhm.
at least I feel like I heard something about that. So
Yeah.
cool.
So you got it in 8 questions. That gives you 12 points right now, which that's pretty good.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
we'll see if you can even do even better on this one. So, are you
Okay.
ready for the second question?
I am ready.
All right, you can ask away.
Okay. Is it a player?
Yes.
Is it a current player?
No.
Are they Do they play in the Eastern Conference?
Uh, they did. Yes.
They did. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's not current players, so they could have played in multiple conferences.
Hmm. I will
Okay.
say, okay, I will say they did play in both conferences, but they primarily played in the East. Like that's the team they're most known for.
Okay. Is it Michael Jordan?
It is not Michael Jordan.
Okay. That was just my one guess after that question, right? Doesn't hurt me.
No, no, that didn't hurt you. So you still are only at 3 right now.
Okay.
You're allowed
Okay.
one of those
Because
like
I
after
can I
every
can
one.
guess after every question I ask,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. I'm just trying to figure out the best questions I should ask for figuring out past player.
Former player that played mainly in the East, but in both conferences at some point.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Would you cons Are they a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it's slightly narrowing it down. Is there a time limit? Because I'm actually
There,
just
there,
thinking. Okay,
there's
all right.
no time limit. You can just think away.
Okay. Did they, with the team they played on the most, did they play in the state of Florida?
No.
Okay. Is this player regularly on live television?
Uh
today?
oh, no.
Okay.
No, but
Hall of,
they have made like a couple appearances, but I feel like that's most former players. But
okay, sure.
yeah, they're not like regularly on though.
Okay. Did they? Does the team they played on the most in the Northeast Division?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up the standings too. I want to see like how many like teams it's like narrowed down to as well. Oh, okay. So there's no like Northeast division. So by that, did you mean like the Atlantic division? Like, cause that's like
Okay.
up
Yeah,
there.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the one with the Knicks and the
Yeah,
Celtics and the.
yeah. No, he that wasn't the team he played on the most. No,
Okay. 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 Like that team was not in that division.
no, they weren't.
Okay.
I feel like you'll get this one in due time.
In due time. In due time. Just like blanking on my Hall of Famers at the moment in the Eastern Conference, but I know a couple. Um. Ooh, did they play on the Bulls?
Yes,
Oh, here we go. Is it Scottie Pippen?
it is Scotty. Yeah,
Oh,
not bad. So
right,
you've been pretty consistent. You used 8 questions on both the first and second one. So
right. It's because they got to narrow down the player pool so much. There's so
yeah.
many players. It's,
Hmm.
it's hard to just guess.
Right. So you got 24 points right now, which that's pretty good right now.
Okay, I got
Um,
to start guessing after every question just in
yeah,
case.
yeah. If you want to go big. All right.
Right,
So the third question, this is the final one, remember. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You can ask away.
Is it a coach?
No.
Okay. Is it a player?
No.
Okay. Is it a team?
Yes.
Okay. San Antonio Spurs. Is it the San Antonio Spurs?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't count against you. So
Right.
like
So I might as well.
might as well, yeah.
Um, is it a team that is still around today?
No.
Is okay. It doesn't
Technically, it
have the
is
same
not.
name.
Technically, it is not. The team
Okay.
is still around, but it's a different name.
Gotcha.
It was a
Okay.
trick question. That's a good question though.
Right. Okay. Is it Charlotte Hornets?
You're- no, it is not.
Okay. Is it? Oh wait, no, I have to ask you another question. Or can I just keep guessing? No, I can't keep
you
guessing, right?
you can keep guessing, but every like new guess after that it takes away a point. But you do get like a hint for each one too. So I feel like it's best to use a hint first. You know what I mean?
Best use a hint. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay. Um, Did the team wait? How do I want to word this? Did the team change cities?
Yes.
Is it the Oklahoma City Thunder?
Uh, well, okay.
Okay. Is it well? Okay. Well,
Well,
is it the well?
what were you gonna guess?
I was gonna say, is it the Seattle SuperSonics?
It is the Seattle SuperSonics. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
that made no sense because they're not around today. So, but I
Yeah.
said, is it? Yeah. Okay. I got
That
you.
that's why I was hesitant. So
You can take away a point from me from that if you want.
okay, I'll take away a point.
Yeah, because
That's
I
fair.
technically asked, but I already knew. But that's
Okay.
okay.
So you still used it. That was your best one. You only used 6 questions there. You got in 15
Awesome.
points. That's why guessing after each one helps the most. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you got 15 there. You got 12 on the first two each. So that's 39 points overall. That's pretty good. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, I don't know.
Not bad.
Well, how do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well. I think I did pretty well, considering especially for like the players. I don't know. Maybe if I guessed after everyone, it would have been different if I went
Mhm.
back. But I feel like of all the players, it's
Yeah.
it's hard to get that in just a couple of questions. That's why it's like you gotta, or I was at least just
R-
trying to think of the best questions that narrowed it down the most. But
Yeah, I feel like
oops,
oh,
I'm
there you
sorry.
go. I feel like with the players, I feel like it's harder for that. I feel like sometimes like you might start guessing players after and be like, "Oh, now I'm confused" or something. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Um,
right.
but overall, I don't know. I was very impressed with your performance. So,
Great.
one last thing I've been doing before I end each show is I've asked my guests to give me one player. Now, this could be a current player or a former player. Just give me
Okay.
one player, past or present, that you do like, and one player that you don't.
Okay. Okay. I well, I'll start with the player I don't like, and that is Grayson Allen.
Okay, fair
Do
enough.
I have to explain why?
I mean, you can explain why. I mean, I feel like I know why, but
I
you can
don't need
explain
to
why.
explain why. Anyways, the player I do like from any era, I I really like. Let's see. Well, I like a lot of players. Let's see. I'll pick. I'll pick Robert Pack from the Nuggets back in the day, just because he was cool. He was the point guard that could dunk. Like, that's cool back in the day. That's not very common. So, yeah, I like Robert Pack. I think that's an interesting choice.
You never, you never seem to disappoint when it comes to picking someone out of the blue that no one can predict. Um,
Never heard of Robert Pack. You should look up Robert Pack.
Now, Robert Pack was an elite dunker. He was elite in what 2K was it? Where his dunk was it 14 or 15 or something or
I think it was 15 where he had the Sapphire card.
yeah, I
I think it
think
was the Sapphire card that you got from Domination or
mm,
like the Road to the Playoffs or something.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember like
collector level maybe. I don't know.
he was insane though, but yeah. Other than that, I think the show was successful. I think it was a successful Christmas special. But
Me too. Me too.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. You got any final thoughts?
Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a happy holidays. Safe time with family and friends if possible. And yeah, Merry Christmas to all and happy holidays to everyone else.
Yeah, happy holidays indeed. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and we're out. Peace.
Peace.